Alright, so here we are inside of Adobe After Effects and we are going to morph this PC into a phone. So a couple of things to mention when it comes to morphing. The first thing is that the morphing should happen at its maximum speed. What I mean by that is that when you morph an object to another, it should be unnoticeable to the audience. And the second thing is that usually we morph a shape to another shape. So what I mean by that is that, for example, we morph a square to a circle or vice versa. So the best thing to do is that we need to use the rounded rectangle tool when it comes to morphing. So why the rounded rectangle tool? Well, it's obvious. For example, if I draw a shape right now, this is my square. If I go towards my rectangle path, as you see, I have an option that is roundness. And if I round the object, I will get the circle. And if I still decrease the roundness, I will get the original square that I have. So if you pay close attention to the PC that I have in here, every shape that I've made is just made by a simple rounded rectangle. So we basically just make this shape out of a rectangle that we can even increase the roundness to get an oval or a circle. So this is really important. And okay, now back to the animation. Well, the first thing that we need to do is that we need to create rig. So I'm going to do that by creating a null and then parenting the related objects into that null. So I'm going to click on the empty space in here. And in new section, I'm going to click on null object. Okay, so here's our null object. I'm going to place it in here. I'm going to go towards the anchor point, and then I'm going to move the anchor point to the middle. And also I'm going to turn on the snapping option. So in that way, I can snap the anchor point faster and better. Okay, so the null is here. And then I'm going to select everything, and then I'm going to parent it to the null which is in here. All right, so when we want to move an object, the first rule is the anticipation. We want to anticipate the movement, that something is going to happen. Well, to do that, it's fairly simple. I'm going to press P to bring up position, and then I'm going to set a keyframe in here. And then like around 3 frames forward, I'm going to set another keyframe, and then around 10 frames forward, almost in here, around 7 frames forward if I'm not wrong, I'm going to set another one. So the shape is going to move down. So I'm going to move it a bit down to make that movement. But before it goes down, I'm going to just slightly move it up. So that something is about to happen. All right, this is good. And then I'm going to select those keyframes, and I'm going to press F9 to apply standard easing into it. And then I'm going to press Shift plus F3 to go towards the graph editor. And then I'm going to adjust the graph like this. And the reason for that is the object builds a speed, a bit goes up, and then accelerates down. Something like this. All right, and that is good. We can also make it a bit better by moving it a bit down. All right, so the next thing that we need to do is that, as I said earlier, the morphing should happen at a place that the audience won't. The audience shouldn't notice that something is going to happen. If you see the morphing transition, the morphing animation is going to be bad. So I need to get rid of these two parts. So it's fairly simple. First, let's make sure that the anchor point is in the right place. So I'm gonna select the anchor point tool again, and then I'm gonna adjust the tool towards the middle again, and then I'm gonna go towards the anchor point tool. I'm gonna place it up, and then what I'm going to do is that when the anticipation is almost over and the object is going to start to get down, I'm going to press P to reveal the position for the stand 2, And then when it's in here, I'm gonna move it up like so. Also, I'm gonna press F9 to place standard easings, and then I'm gonna give it influence like for 60% like this. Okay, that's nice. And also I need to do the exact same thing for the stand one. So Shift plus F3 to move from the graph editor. I'm gonna press P, and then again when it goes here, I'm gonna move it up. And then F9 again, and on the graph editor, let's adjust it. Okay, this is good. Now also, we need to start to rotate the screen. So what I'm going to do is that I'm gonna fix the anchor point. Well, to move the anchor point towards the middle, instead of going towards the anchor point, which is in here, I'm just gonna hold Control plus Alt plus Home on my keyboard simultaneously, and in that way it will be moving the anchor point towards middle. This shortcut is going to save you a lot of time. So what I'm going to do is that I'm gonna kind of squash the display. So to do that, what I'm going to do is that I can either use the size parameter in here, such as like this, to maintain it as a phone, so like this. So I'm gonna use this parameter. So when it just goes down like this in here, I'm gonna set a keyframe on size parameter. So by any chance, if you are moving, for example, the X parameter and the Y parameter is decreasing with it as well, is because you have turned on this chain option. So I'm gonna turn it off, and then I'm gonna go, when it's down, I'm gonna just decrease the Y value. So let's hide these for now so we see what's happening. So I'm gonna do that. And also we have a small issue on the grain texture that I applied. So I just used the layer styles to do that. Well, it's fairly simple. When it's in here, I'm just gonna go towards the layer styles, and in inner shadow section, I'm just gonna set a keyframe on the size parameter. So when it goes here, I'm just gonna decrease the size parameter, something like this. So I won't have that issue for my, like, you saw that, black thingy in the middle causing the issue. So let's just, see the screen. I think this should be good. Also, we need to so let's just delete this one and move it in here. So let's see first. Okay, but the animation, as you see, it's just super fast. I don't like it. Also, I'm just going to decrease these on one frame. So a better thing is to do to fix that issue that we have right now is the screen, but okay, that should be good. All right, now for the last step, we need to adjust the display screen. I'm gonna again press Control plus Alt plus Home to move the anchor point towards the middle. And again, on the content rectangle path, I'm gonna go towards the size, and then I'm gonna press this stopwatch to set a keyframe. And let's make sure that we are starting on the right place. All right. This is good. But also we need to just adjust this circle a bit more. So I'm just gonna move it a bit towards the middle. And one thing that we need to do is that I'm gonna press Shift plus S to bring up a scale at the same time that I have the position value selected, and I'm gonna make it a bit smaller. I'm gonna turn on the chain option, and then I'm gonna apply standard easings for. As you see, it is just much. We have a seamless morphing object now. Now when it's up, we can also make it fun again by rotating it back and make it and turning it back to this original position. Well, if you want to learn the morphing in depth, I have a Udemy course that I will put the link in the description. And this course is really good. You will learn the basics of morphing as well as how to morph a phone again to a PC and adding a secondary character, secondary actions into it. So if you have enjoyed this video, you can leave out a like, and also if you want to learn more, you can also go and check out my Udemy courses. That will be a huge help if you can buy it. Also, the project files will be free to download on my Telegram and other platforms that I will put the link on it. So here it is. And one thing, we can add motion blur also if we want to make it better. So if you have enjoyed this video, please leave out a like and subscribe to my channel. That will be helping me out a lot. Thank you for watching this video. I see you in the next one. Have fun.